Hi baddies, welcome back to G&G, the place to be for everything that's not D&D. I'm Eliza.
And I'm Jonathan. All right, guys, we're here for part 2 of our short shots of Call of Cthulhu, Silent Night, Unspeakable Night. We hope you're having a wonderful holiday. We're going to get straight to it. That's Eliza playing, oh goodness, Agnes Bellamy. Over here we have Evan playing Dr. Langley. Down here, there we go. We have Ian playing Detective, not Doctor, Detective Mallory. And last but not least, we have Matt playing Dr. Hawthorne. If you're enjoying this, please like, subscribe, click that bell to get notifications, all that fun business. We don't want to waste your time. You met us last time, because if you're watching this in the second episode and missed the first one, you might be suffering from some madness, and you should go check out our first video. Everybody ready to get started?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. So, where we last left our group of investigators, we almost left Dr. Hawthorne on the ground, completely laid out by One Punch Man, who happens to be the mechanic of the town. It is now Christmas Eve. It is the next morning. Dr. Hawthorne, while you were unconscious, you had a strange dream about being in a theater in which you saw some sort of opera. The audience started to get very violent, and then you were whispered, you heard the word Carcosa, yeah, and make sure I'm saying it right, from a man wrapped in yellowed robes sitting next to you. Perhaps you did meet the devil in the theater, as your colleague Malcolm Graves warned before he disappeared into Arkham. That word Carcosa stuck with you, and for the reason simply because of the fact, one, Agnes is a musicology graduate student, and just the overall tone you have invited Dr. Mallory and Dr. Langley here to Miskatonic University. It is approximately, we'll say, 11 o'clock in the morning, and you have brought them here because you do remember the word Carcosa now that you've thought about it. All right, you are... Let's see, you remember that there is a writing where there was a composer named Claude, and I cannot say it, Claude Disjarnas. I can't say it. I'm not French. Anyway, say it again. Disjarnas. There we go. Even better. He talked about a place called Carcosa and some sort of opera related to it. You need to find that book. Okay? It was written in 1905. You just know that, and you need some help. Luckily for you, you've got Agnes, who is a student. You have the doctor, and you also have Detective Mallory, who were definitely one of the few sane people last night at the tree lighting ceremony. So with that, let's jump right on in it. You guys all find yourself in the morning near lunchtime at Miskatonic University. And with that, I will let you guys tell me what you're doing, the conversations you're having. Go.
So at this point, I'm just waiting for everyone else to assemble. Mm-hmm. And I'm just lost in thought as I'm thinking back on my vision.
Gotcha. Who's the first to arrive? Should I roll for it, or does someone want to volunteer?
Well, are we already at the library, or are we in his office?
All I heard was Matt said, wow, before you all got there, he's stroking his beard thinking. So does anyone want to be the first, or do we want to do it randomly? All right, random it is. Randomly it is. Okay. I rolled a 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Dr. Langley, you will be the first to arrive. You received a telephone call because telephones are starting to become more common, especially for businesses. You're a doctor, absolutely, you would have a telephone. You were rung by Dr. Hawthorne asking you to come to Miskatonic University. He wanted to talk about the events of last night. You have had your breakfast, and you are here. What do you do? You're muted. His voice has been lost.
I have lost my voice.
Oh, no.
Yay.
There
Am
we
I
go.
here now?
Yes,
Yay.
We hear you.
So, I will do the polite thing that all people should do and knock first.
Come in.
Oh, Dr. Hawthorne, while I'm not quite sure what all it is that you need me to do here, I would like to consider this a house call for the time being and check up on your injuries. How are you feeling today?
Sore. Very sore. But
I am sure.
You could make a first aid check to see if you can give him a hit point back.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that.
And of course, by first aid, you mean slapping.
No. Does it hurt when I do this?
What about if
Gosh,
I do this?
dang, man. All right, you were just... he rolled a 5, everyone, and he has a 70 first aid check, so Jesus. All right, you know what, man? You are darn near, you know...
You're a good doctor.
Yeah, as he lays on
Great
hands.
doctor, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So, yeah,
Well-
no, so puts a little bit of cocaine on it, and suddenly you feel like a new man, so,
Yeah. Just like do a quick inspection, look over, see if there's any dizziness, if the eyes are looking okay.
some
Because
cocaine.
I've had that. Yeah, you can't forget the cocaine. But I've been worried about the dilation of people's eyes lately.
Well, that's what cocaine will definitely have an impact on.
Yes, it will. Well, Dr. Hawthorne, it looks like you are doing phenomenally better than what you were yesterday. So
Dude,
what else can I owe the pleasure to?
well, I stumbled across this strange dream while I was rendered inert by the mechanic. And I'll wait before sharing in detail for the others, but suffice it to say, I think that there is a opera that we need to look into. That this music that we heard at the Christmas festivities, there's something to it, something that affects the mind.
This wouldn't happen to be related to the part where I used my hands to ensure that you were awake and you said something along the lines of like cacao? Cacao?
Carcosa, yes.
Carcosa.
Agnes, you will arrive at this point in time.
And I'm going to say that perhaps I have papers. Obviously, I'm carrying all of my books, as I always do. Good morning, gentlemen. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Can I put these here? And I don't wait for you to answer me. I just set them down.
Miss Bellamy, a pleasure. I'm glad you could make it. So, I think we just need to wait for the detective. He should be here shortly.
May I ask what this meeting is called for and why I specifically am here?
Well, your background in musicology could be crucial for...
Really?
Yes. You see, there was something about the music during the festivities. And...
Festivities.
Yes. And I think we may need your ear.
I do have perfect pitch, yes. What about the music would you say was wrong?
It seemed to drive people into having a fit. There was aggression. There was man became beast. And when I was laying out on my back, I had a dream where I heard that music, and then the people got driven into a frenzy and started tearing into each other. And then a man wearing yellow robes laid his hand upon my shoulder and he said the word Carcosa. Carcosa.
All right.
Yes.
With that, now that you've heard the word, Miss Musicologist here, why don't you go ahead and give me a history check? Not particularly. You do have enough luck. It's a lot of luck if you wanted to succeed, but I feel like you could hold off, but I'll let you make the decision.
Well, all I heard is I get to go do research later, so it's okay.
Gotcha. All right. Well, as you all wait for Detective Mallory, he seems to be late. So, what do you do with the time that you have?
Well, Miss Bellamy, have you been able to check on Miss O'Connell as of late? I've been too busy with the clinic to go and check. I know it only happened yesterday, but I don't know when she was allowing visitors.
I'm afraid the last I saw her was when she was being loaded up into the ambulance, Dr. Langley, and unfortunately I've been having to look after my brother, and he is rather rambunctious, and I just haven't found the time. But now that you mention it, I absolutely should go over there today. I absolutely should check on Maggie, but I'm sure if her family hasn't sent anything alarming, that she must be fine.
Well, one can hope. She is always a great help at the clinic whenever she comes. Maybe I should extend my what would you call this? An on-site visit to visit the hospital as well to
Would you like
see
to
how she's
accompany
doing.
me? I have time this afternoon.
That sounds like a lovely idea, Miss Bellamy.
Perhaps we could bring some sort of a book or something to keep her busy. Hospitals are so anxiety-inducing.
They certainly can be. Perhaps we should make her a nice meal or some kind of treat to bring along. Would that be too impolite?
I don't see what.
Detective, you finally arrive. You are a little, not to put feelings in your head. You're a little annoyed because you guys have been real busy this morning, breaking up fights. The town seems to be on edge since last night. There, the jail has been definitely filling up, and nothing is extremely violent yet. Like, nobody's dead, anything like that. But there's definitely been a little bit of needless amount of fisticuffs, arguing and yelling. So you're a little annoyed, like, why you've been called here. Like, you respect Dr. Hawthorne, but you're like, man, I got shit to do. So go ahead.
All right. I mean, sorry I'm late, but what is this about?
Detective, I'm glad you could make it. So, I have reason to believe that the music is what drove people into a frenzy at yesterday's festivities. And further, I believe I may know the opera that is linked to this. It is called Carcosa. So, what I propose
You'll
is
excuse me for
Yes?
you'll excuse me for thinking that's a little bit ridiculous.
You see, Detective, it wouldn't be the first time in history that chanting and music has driven people to madness. I mean, look to the tarantula, then people danced until they died. Chants have been used to put people into trances for years. It's not a totally unheard of thing. With all respect, I'm sorry.
All right, this week is bad enough that I'm going to humor this for now. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, what we need to do is engage in some good old-fashioned research to see if we can find the opera here at Miskatonic University. I would hate to have to traverse to Europe and come back to find Arkham has become worse.
So is like somebody putting the opera on, or how hard is it to find an opera?
Well,
They typically travel.
That is a good reason why I brought Miss Bellamy here. And I feel that it is vital that we find this opera. It has some links, but again, I don't really read music, so Miss Bellamy will be able to perhaps draw some conclusions between the music of the Christmas festivities and Carcosa. Maybe she can find a pattern or a link between the two.
Dr.
I
Hawthorne,
will dig.
I do not mean to question your ideas on who to bring along, but I'm afraid both myself and the detective may not be the best options for book work. But I might have an idea on what we could be put to better use with.
Oh?
Well, if you believe that this music is somehow branded to this madness that's been stricken, Detective, you have the ability to let me into the jails that you've been putting people into fights, or that people have been getting into fights in, correct? Well,
Detective?
regardless. Detective.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
There we go, Detective. And with that,
So
well, you might
there's a knock
find
at the door,
Ooh.
and in comes a nurse. Not your nurse, Dr. Langley. Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. Dr. Langley.
Nurse.
I was sent by Dr. Robinson at Arkham Medical Center. He is curious that when you first examined the patient, if you could explain a wound we found.
Well, that depends. Are you going to verbalize it, or should I pack my bags to go?
I have, I have a drawing from the doctor here, and she will hand it to you.
I will take a look at it.
This was found on her tongue. And you will look at it, and it is some weird symbol. That being said, Dr. Hawthorne, you may have seen that symbol before. Give me an archaeology check.
Yeah, I can't medicine my way out of this. What can I?
You fail, but you may have enough luck to get it if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
Gotcha. Let's see.
It's a short shot.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's why I do this luck for short shots. I do that just to be like, all right, yeah, nice little way. Okay, you succeed. Okay. All right, hold on here.
And for the record, people watching at home, I have an archaeology skill of 70.
Yeah, I know. You've been doing. Yeah, exactly.
And I just can't roll to save my life.
I don't think Hawthorne has succeeded in a single check yet.
He's saving the good rolls for when they really count.
We hope.
Right before we
That's
die.
the fingers.
Yeah,
That's what we're crossing our fingers for.
all right. See da. Sorry, I'm checking my notes here about where I can. So, you do recognize the symbol. It is a strange symbol that has appeared in... It's one of those, especially in Lovecraftian 1920s archaeology. It's a symbol that has appeared across in small variations across several cultures. And it has been roughly translated in its own various dialects as the Unspeakable. And that is what you recognize.
My word. That is a glyph that I did not care to see again, and certainly not branded onto a girl's tongue.
What is it, Doctor?
Well, it has many different sources and variations, but it all translates out to simply as the Unspeakable. For that to be on her tongue, carved, branded, or perhaps put there through unspeakable means, there are strange things that have come forth in Arkham and throughout the world. I grow concerned, and I feel a great sense of dread.
Who does something like that? Is Maggie conscious yet? Could we ask her?
She has yet to come out of her post-dictal. She would be post-dictal, which means she's after a seizure. At least that's what they interpret it as. She has not. She has occasionally woken up from time to time, but has said nothing but nonsense.
But what has she said?
I work the morning shift, the nurse says.
Has her family been by her side the entire time?
Visiting hours started this morning. They were not present during the overnight. Medically, she's stable. We have no reason to doubt that she will not make a full recovery.
Has she had any visitors just in the time she's been out?
I don't believe so. The conductor, Mr. Drake, has called a couple of times to check on her situation, but it's getting quite hectic at the hospital. A lot of minor injuries.
Right. Yes. Of course. There's been these mysterious. The Christmas spirit is really going around town. So you say. When you say called, has he visited?
No, he is just rung on the telephone.
Right. I won't lie, I don't care for that man. Something's a bit off about him.
So, and the nurse will essentially say, Doctor, should I tell Dr. Robinson that you did not see these wounds, you did not place them there?
I have no knowledge of these wounds, but I would like to see them in person before anything else.
Okay. I will let the doctor know. You are, of course,
Tell him
always
I will
welcome.
be in today.
I will. All right, you are left back alone in the library on Christmas Eve, so it's pretty much deserted.
Just perfect.
Dr. Hawthorne, I'm starting to think your theory on something weird going on is slightly more believable.
Indeed. Would that I were wrong.
I certainly wish that were the case. I hope that is the case.
Yeah, I don't know about operas and books and all of that, but if somebody's branding things on people's tongues, that gets a little bit more into a crime. And I'm in.
All right.
All right, let's get to the bread and butter of Call of Cthulhu, that library use. My question is, who is the highest? I know.
Surely it is me, right?
Yeah, you've got like that 80.
I have a 70. I'm very nervous
40.
about my dice, but I have a 70.
You have the highest, then. I only have 45.
I could give it a shot considering my dice rolls these last couple times.
No, I'm due.
Yeah.
I believe
Are we
in you.
gonna
I have
Scooby
faith.
Doo it? Where you two,
We do.
the detective and the doctor, go to the jail, and then me and
split
Dr.
up, gang.
Hawthorne.
Sure, just don't tell my wife I'm left alone in the company of a lovely young grad student. I mean, that's
Sorry.
I mean, part of my plan was
We'll just drop my brother
fire
off.
director. I was considering just going and choke slamming the fire director.
Tell me what you...
But
All right, so the
I
question
mean, we
is,
can certainly try.
anyone who assists Dr. Hawthorne for as many people, he can get bonus dice.
I will assist.
I will have faith.
Gotcha.
You will send your prayers and wishes.
Oh my God, Doctor!
This is what faith gets you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see here if we get anything better with the bonus dice. We do. Yes. You want to take that. You rolled a 17. You have, I think that's extreme. Because, yeah, it would be a hard extreme. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I will take it.
All right. During your research, you will... let me see here. Where is it? Like I said, I did some research, and me as the GM, I have several book tomes to throw at you here. You eventually, Eliza, how do I say? There's Claude. How do we say what we're saying it? Dejarnis? What?
I heard the
Dejanus.
Jonas.
Dejonis?
That's Dejanus.
Dejanus. The Lost Compositions of Claude Dejanus, an Annotated History by the Paris Historical Music Society, 1905. It's very important in H.P. Lovecraft that you say where everything's from. It was written by the Paris Historical Society with primary authorship and editorship of esteemed musician historian Émile Fourier. I'm going to make that right. Contributions of society members, including Genevieve Laroche and Henry
Laroche,
Dubois.
yes.
And Henry Dubois.
Dubois.
There you go. This work details the chronicles of, how do I say it again? Claude's, there you go, Claude's life, musical innovations, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding his later works. So, you find that, and this will take some time as you pore over books. You hear, or you don't hear, you read of one of his lost works. It's called The Whispers of Carcosa. The analysis of it says it was not very well received. Never really went past basic rehearsal. And they will, in its analysis, they will kind of talk about octaves and all that. I'm not a musician, all that stuff, and you will recognize some of the notes and some of the lyrics that
The composition.
the composite, thank you, that has a striking resemblance to the carols. And the other little bit is it does say, as of its writing, the only known copy of it was in, I gotta make sure I say this right, was in, I think it's up. Yeah, the Conservatoire de Paris, which incidentally, Dr. Hawthorne was where Edwin said he worked.
Indeed. Interesting.
All right, now,
Here's that.
so my question is, before you continue,
Yes.
Detective Mallory and Dr. Langley, were you hanging around for the research, or did you two want to go somewhere else?
To the detective, I was saying going somewhere else.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll let this conversation play out, but it's just you and Agnes.
Miss Bellamy, come, look at this.
What did you find?
So, these works here, this is what I was looking for, the Whispers of Carcosa. Not apparently a well-received work, but look, there's similarities, are there not, in the music?
Now that you say it, yes. It is of a similar composition of most basic caroling that we have.
It would seem that...
So, to give Agnes some notes, someone who would have studied this here, there is the concept of the discordant resonant technique. Okay? And music theorists debate whether or not this resonance is a form of psychological manipulation designed to elicit heightened emotional states and potential open people's minds to spiritual experiences. Not a very well thought of technique, but it does exist. There are papers about it.
Yes, I know about this from church.
Ah, there you go.
It always goes back to church.
Sorry. It is a wonder we did not think of it before. I mean, I suppose it isn't very well known, but I'm afraid I haven't studied as much upon it as I probably should have.
Well, I think we need to have a discussion with Mr. Drake about...
Mr. Drake?
Yes. He wrote the carols, did he not?
I suppose he would have adapted them to fit whatever vision it is that he had, perhaps.
Yes, and he said that he had studied at the conservatory in Paris.
The same conservatory.
Indeed.
Oh, that is troubling. We must find him.
Yeah.
Should we bring these with us to maybe present it? Perhaps it was an accident. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he was inspired. You know, musicians, tortured artists, they always try to test limits. Perhaps this was not intended.
I can't imagine what one would hope to gain from driving people to madness, but...
Precisely.
Yes. But very well. We'll bring this along for his perusal.
Excellent.
All right, while you guys are discussing that, we will go to Dr. Langley and Detective Mallory. You guys are on your way to the hospital, I believe? Is that where you were going?
No, we're going to the jail.
Going to the jail?
Yeah, we're going to go analyze. We're going to go psychoanalyze some people starting fights.
Gotcha. All right. You jump into the police car. Within a little bit of a drive, you are crossing the bridge, and there seems to be an accident on the bridge. And it is, I want to say it is impeding your travel, not blocking it at this point in time.
Well, detective, is that something that you need to go and take a look at? I feel like I should go check if there's anybody that's injured.
Yeah. So is there am I driving, or is this like a beat cop driving?
I think you're driving. There's probably only so many vehicles in 1920. You know, there's not like a fleet of them, I'm sure, especially in Arkham.
We all share one cop car. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There's probably, I think in my mind, there's like 3 or 4. You know,
It's Thursday. It is mine on Thursdays. Okay. So
Yeah, there's a schedule.
okay, I'm gonna. All right, I'll pull a little closer to the accident.
Gotcha. You see, as you get closer, it is, I would say a quote-unquote fender bender. Dogs, knock it off. Sorry. There's a fender bender, and the occupants, the 2 occupants, seem to be, threatening each other. One literally has a 2x4 or, and is kind of like holding it up as if he's going to, like at the other, like, you hit me, that kind of stuff.
I feel like we should step in faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm gonna get out of the car and go, flash my badge and intimidate.
All right, go ahead. Try that intimidate check.
Pay attention.
I don't think there's anything I can do to make it.
Oh,
Yep. Okay, we're good.
All right, so you go there flashing your badge. Okay, so the guy with the 2x4, and we'll go ahead and
Drop
find
the
it.
damn 2x4.
Yeah, his name is, let's see here. This is going to be Silas Thatcher. He is a local carpenter. And he wants you to, you kind of flash your bag, and he looks at you. And he's kind of holding back, he turns and looks at you, looks back at the person he was in the fender bender with, and he starts walking towards you menacingly.
Silas, you're gonna need to ease up there. Put the 2x4 down.
He's like, why don't you mind your own business? This is between me and Edgar.
Silas, when you start threatening people with a 2x4, that is police business, and I am police, so go ahead and put that 2x4 down.
Well, you ought to just get on out of here, detective. This is going to concern you.
Silas, you want to spend the night in jail tonight?
I don't reckon I like your tone, detective. He says, and you can see his fist tightening. He's thinking about something.
Detective, he's not normally violent, is he?
Is he normally violent?
No.
This is the carpenter normally beat people with 2x4s?
Definitely one of those. Hold on, here I can look him up. Let's see his normal.
This carpenter is just always beating people with just always.
Yeah, is this his normal? That's the important question.
This is just unusual because it's during the week. Normally it's the weekend.
He
He's
usually
actually
stops on
relatively
Christmas.
quiet and tends to keep to himself.
All right. So, given that knowledge, I'm going to walk a little closer to him.
Okay.
Now, Silas, come on. Don't make a bad decision here.
All right, give me another intimidate check. God dang! He rolled a 1, everybody. Oh my God, critical success. All right.
Percentage dice.
Flies out of his hand.
Yeah. I mean, so you just look him down, and he's like, "Sorry, detective. I don't know what came over me. I'm just."
Shatter his sanity with my intimidation.
Yeah, exactly. He runs and jumps into the river. No, I'm just kidding.
Her gaze just pierced into his soul.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry.
All right, Silas. You're good. What's going on here? It's just a little fender bender.
They ain't cheap.
I know car insurance hasn't been invented yet.
This all would have been solved by Geico. You need a little green lizard.
Like, is this worth potentially killing a man over? Like, what? You aren't like this, Silas. What's going on?
He actually seems a little ashamed. He's like, you're right, detective. You're right. Edgar, I'm sorry. It's fine. It runs. So he throws the 2x4 back in his truck. He's got one of those old-timey trucks. The brand new truck, but to us, old-timey, And he'll get back in. He definitely seems to be very embarrassed at this point in time. He's starting his truck up. He wants to get out of there.
Waving them through the window. Just for him to stop before he drives off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave him down. Hold on a minute, Silas.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna walk over. I'm sorry about this, Silas. It seems that there's been a rash of people who have been strangely aggressive these past few days. Do you mind if I just do a quick check over for you, make sure that everything's feeling okay?
Okay. He says, like you said, clearly ashamed.
Yeah. Well, do you mind?
You haven't had anything to drink, Silas, or?
No, that's drinking's illegal, detective.
Hey, detective, why don't you just step over, make sure the other car's okay?
I don't like how the doctor says it. Sounds like he's going to do something. Officer, why don't you look over there real quick while I examine?
Look away.
All right, Silas, this is entirely off the book, so I want you to be 100% honest with me, okay? Not a word of this getting back to the detectives. So, have you been drinking any drugs, anything?
No.
No?
God is my witness.
I believe you. Now, my next question, has this been something that you feel like is do you feel suddenly aggressive, or has it been building?
I'm not normally like this. It's stress, you know.
It's stress. How long have you been feeling this stress?
I guess recently, that's all.
Recently?
Yeah, the holidays.
Since you started noting. Yeah, I get you. Like, while I'm doing this, I'm also, again, looking at his pupils.
Gotcha. Medically, he checks out.
And, I kind of want to just, keep talking to him, make it seem like a conversation, but I'm actually doing a psychoanalysis on this man.
Gotcha. Go give me a psychoanalysis check. Why not? Geez, now y'all rolling good. There we are. He is, I'm sure he has some sort of unresolved issues of some kind, but it's not related to this issue right here.
Yes. Well,
psychoanalysis is the 20s. Clearly, there's some sort of Freudian thing going on.
You have unresolved childhood trauma.
Yeah.
You have...
Or something. I don't know.
Your father hit you with 2x4s.
Compared to your father. all of this stuff, but... aside from the normal stuff that we see in all men, you are looking pretty good.
Damn patriarchy.
And tell me more about Natharla-hotep. Who is that? Was he your father?
Exactly.
Well, if everything checks out, I think the last thing I want to ask him is if he was involved with the riot yesterday.
And he'll go, well, it was a little crazy there. It was, it was definitely...
All I want to know,
yeah.
Did you throw the first punch? Did you throw a punch, I should say?
I don't think... I remember, I remember the mechanic... what's the mechanic's name? I don't. The mechanic. We'll come up with a name. Charlie was swinging left and right. He almost tried to lay one on me, but I was able to.
I'm planning on visiting him soon. Anyway, if that's all, I'm going to head back towards where we were originally going. Everything looks like it's A-okay, and not a word of it to the detective.
Gotcha. He'll hop in his truck and quote unquote speed off.
20 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Ripping it through the town.
Well, unless Dr. Hawthorne's theory about this being induced by the music is stress related, I feel like we're going to need a few more tests.
Silas really didn't drink. I would have smelled it on his breath if he hadn't been. Yeah, anyway, so.
Yeah, well, I did what I could for the lad. He, didn't seem like anything was particularly wrong with him. And to me, that's more concerning than if something was wrong with him.
Well, let's see what you think of those folks at the jail.
Well, hopefully it'll have more conclusive results. And I guess we get in the car and head back, or head towards the jail.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
driving to the jail.
Here, we're gonna looking something up. Yeah, if the computer decides to catch up, we'll see. All right.
Fun fact, we keep using the word stress. It wasn't until the 1930s that they actually recognized stress as a thing.
Oh, there you go.
And hysteria was only reserved for women, so.
Yeah.
No, what did they say? Like, I was just feeling extra manly that day? Like,
I can't contain all this manliness, doctor. It's just, I have to release it upon people with my 2x4. Okay, but calm down. All right. So that will
All
tie
that
you.
shell shock from World War One.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really what it is at this point in time. All right, going back to Agnes and Dr. Hawthorne. What do you guys want to do?
We're gonna find Drake.
Yes.
Oh, wait. I've been yawning up a storm right here. All right. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Finding Drake, I would say, it's a small town. He did work at the university. It would take a not long time later. He definitely lives in a small, I guess cabin. I don't know. Do we have cottages in America?
You could rent apartments, flats.
Well, he lives on the outskirts. I'm just trying to think, like cottage, cabin, whatever the
Yeah, you could have a cottage.
New England term is.
Cottage.
New England, surely they have cottages, yeah.
Gotcha. So he has a cottage on the outside of town. So to get there, you'll need a vehicle. Hawthorne?
Does Dr. Hawthorne have a vehicle?
Oh, let's take a look here. Let me see.
I got some money.
Yeah. I remember looking up like how much money you had, Eliza, and it was like, okay, what is that really? That's like $1,000. You're like, I have $1,000.
Yeah, I have a lot for being a college student. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Let's see here. Credit rating.
a little curious
I mean, to
about
be
this.
fair, you being in college probably means that you do have a lot of money.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
you being a woman too. Yeah, like, it's 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess
got
people would say
$80
$80? Wait, how do you see how much money you have?
under possessions.
Wait, I have possessions.
I own things.
Oh,
I have a whole clinic and I didn't know I had anything else.
I need to press more buttons. But apparently people would say strain or breaking point instead of stress, I guess.
The strain, yeah.
Yeah. I was straining a little too hard today.
Oh, come on. No, not that. Come on,
Really,
computer.
it's always a part of a Cthulhu game is trying to remember what the 20s were actually like.
Yeah.
Right?
Seems like
Yeah, it's don't talk about. Doesn't the Great Depression start next year?
Year
yes.
right at
after.
the end.
Yes.
29.
Oh, that's
What if we are the reason we cause it at this Christmas event?
All right. Give me a credit rating check. We'll see if you got one.
I don't know, $80 seems like a reasonable price for a car.
I mean,
One can only hope.
let's see here.
Alright. Where do
How
I?
much did a car cost in the 1920s? $525.
Oh,
Oh, well, there you go. All right. Well, apparently you got one.
you just bought 2 cars.
Yeah, there you go. You got a car, man. So you two can hop in that car and drive to the outskirts of Arkham. Are you guys going to leave a note or anything? Are you going to call?
Well, I don't assume very many people are there because it's literally Christmas
I meant
Eve.
for your 2 other investigators.
Oh, I
Can't
guess
text
so.
them.
Yeah, I'll leave
Yeah.
a message at the police station.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Fair enough. There you are. That's good. All right, hold on here. Let me get these dogs to knock it off. Dogs, stop it. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so you two are going to head on out there. That will eat up some time while you guys travel out there, going back to Langley and Mallory. You will get to the police station. It is busy for a small city, big town that seems to be undergoing some mass hysteria here. So you will come on in, officer whoever, officer randos over there, booking people, oh, detective, thank God you're here.
Right.
It is going crazy out there. We've had, 20 calls in the last hour, and considering the fact that not everyone has a phone, that's a lot.
I'm gonna ask you a question that's probably not gonna make a lot of sense here, but anything particularly unusual today?
Yeah, that detective. There's a lot of people fighting out there. I don't know what you mean by unusual, because it's Christmas Eve. Everybody's got somewhere to be. I expect people to fight with their wives and their in-laws, but
let's try to narrow it down. Like people fight, like say drunks fight, or like morons fight, right? But like, was there like something weird, like a fight between like a cop and a schoolgirl, or like
I tell you, I do not know. That being said, we've got oh, here we go. Here we are. Yeah.
Have you got someone in this jail that you don't normally have in these cells?
Yeah, we got Miss Winnie back there.
There you go.
Miss Sarah Winnie. She's a little bit of an elderly lady. She almost stabbed her neighbor.
There you go. I feel like Langley, that's one of the ones we want to check out.
Yeah, I need to talk to her. She's a nice old lady from what I remember. She's stopped by the clinic a couple times. I wouldn't peg her for the type to threaten somebody with a knife, but let's hope today is full of less surprising things.
Officer, can you bring me Winnie to one of the interrogation rooms?
We got two. Sure, yeah, go ahead. He's kind of looking around. He's real busy. He just gives you the keys. Like, here you go. You go get her. I'm manning the phones right now.
Right, okay. All right, we'll go get Winnie.
All right, so she's in the interrogation room, with you guys. Now he was trampling my daffodils.
Didn't you believe that was a valid reason to threaten to stab a man?
Good enough as any.
I don't believe I have ever come across a thought where any reason would be good enough to stab a man. So what brought on?
Then you don't know how hard it is to take care of daffodils.
Is that so? How about you tell me more about these daffodils then? Is it particular stressful work? Oh, straining work?
In winter?
In winter? I'd imagine the answer is yes, but...
Now never mind, it was self-defense.
Exactly.
Get daffodils in winter, so we're...
Well, you don't know. So she's going to go off on, as we know, Jonathan is not an expert at clearly not thinking that made up thing as we go. I love it here at Gamers and Goths when I just make shit up and it makes no sense. All right. Cthulhu. Yeah, definitely, old lady with too much time, and that neighbor just rubbed her the wrong way.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to still see about a psychoanalysis check. See if there's anything wrong with her, and if does she eventually feel shame about this, or is she just like?
Go ahead, make a psychoanalyze check. Oh well, there you go. She does not feel any remorse over this. Like that dude, them daffodils. You know,
you have to plant them in the spring, and you have to put the fertilizer in.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Gerald, the neighbor, he told the bell twice. Told the bell twice to be messing with me. Give me a history check, the both of you. Arkham history.
Regular. Okay.
Arkham history. Well, Jesus, Doctor.
Doctor's on point today.
Oh, there we go, detective. All right, there we go.
Yes, Arkham was founded in 1740 by
Yes. All right, so
David Arkham.
David Arkham.
All right, so to toll the bell twice is an idiom, typically in Arkham, used to reference a witch trial that happened not too long after the Salem witch trials, in which several witches were burned. It's a reference that means that if someone who does something dangerous and reckless despite knowing the risks. And let's see here, we got hard and extreme successes. Let me try to think if there's anything else we might know about the situation. Yeah, so it's kind of a little, kind of a local legend, as it were, about these witches that were burned near the old Puritan church. Not much left of it on the outskirts of town. No one really goes there anymore, and it's kind of starting to fall into disarray. But yes, they were burned at the stake for being witches. So it is a reference to that, yeah. That being said, the witches proclaimed their innocence, saying that they were only trying to ward away the devils on behalf of the town.
Well, is that a particularly unusual thing for somebody to say? Or?
No, actually, I mean, it's definitely, it's falling out of favor. It's definitely something older people say. It's just not a very common idiom outside of this area, so.
Yeah, no, what I'm getting at is, like, I think that I'm wondering if that's significant that she just said that, or just...
That's what I'm curious about, too.
There's nothing that would make you think, like, oh, that's why people are going mad, because of the witches. Unless the witches are doing the caroling. So. That being said, that probably would do it.
Unusual, not particularly unusual that an old lady said a...
Yes, no, not particularly unusual.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, you guys saw the symbol, so maybe, could have something to do with witchcraft. People putting symbols on people's tongues.
That is true. That is true. Especially to you guys.
Does the old lady have something
make
on her tongue,
checks,
maybe?
The two of you, make the cult checks. That would be whether or not this has to do with the witchcraft or anything like that.
I have a 5 in occult.
Well, I mean, hey, you've been rolling. There you go. Now you fail, Doctor.
Yeah, this is the first fail in
there you
2
go.
episodes.
Yeah, you had a 5% chance to succeed. So you know what? Yeah, you guys are like, all right, you crazy old bag.
Sometimes people dress as witches for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. I am smart.
Which is not really celebrated probably yet.
So nothing with her. Nothing with her analysis leads me to believe that she's anything other than just aggressive.
I mean, well, she's unusually aggressive. That part is true. Yeah, like there's nothing for you to assume, like, she has stabbed people over her garden on a daily basis. This is in fact unusual.
This is what I'm gonna. No, we're gonna sit down. Kind of very, very good cop. Winnie, now I'm gonna ask you kind of a personal question. I just want you to be honest with me because you haven't stabbed anybody. You're not really in any trouble here. But is this the first time you've ever thought of killing somebody or stabbing somebody?
Detective, I am a good Christian woman. I would never do such a thing. But he deserved it today, she says.
Right. And I understand the daffodils and how that all and I sympathize with you for that. I do. What was it that? When was the first time you had a thought of hurting someone? Just then? What date was it? Was it today? Yesterday?
I mean, I guess it. You know, he's been really bothering me the last couple of days. But today it was too much.
Was there anything else that bothered you about him other than that particular incident?
Oh no, he's normally a nice guy. Been a good neighbor many years. So he should have known better.
So it was just this incident with the daffodils then?
Mm-hmm.
So just to be clear about this, ma'am, you place a daffodil above a human life.
Well, when he act like that, yeah.
Okay, I don't think I have any more questions. Detective, can I speak with you outside for just a second? I have a thought, but I'm not sure if I can prove it just yet.
Yeah, we can talk. We'll see you later, Winnie.
All right, you guys step out.
So, Detective, this would be a big ask, so I'm not going to ask you to do this alone, but these seem to be
Wanna go
fights.
fuck up our daffodils? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's go fuck up our daffodils. No, these seem to be fights.
We're gonna dig them all up.
Kills us.
Yeah, we're going to put it to the test. No,
I've got it. It's the daffodils.
Gotcha.
it seems like people believe whatever they value, like the carpenter in his car, this old lady in the daffodils, they get very aggressive towards it. So what if these other fights are similar instances? They're not just petty slights. What if it's like a heightened sense of protection rather than just aggression?
Yeah, could make sense.
All right.
I don't know if it has anything to do with the song, but
Officer approaches you like, Detective, you just got a message from Dr. Hawthorne and Agnes saying they're heading to go to Edwin Drake's place.
one of them is a woman and the other one got punched, or his legs knocked out in one punch. I feel like we should go there just in case.
Yeah, I think he could fall out of the car and die.
And I'm not there to slap him awake this time.
Yeah.
I'm these magic hands. Catch these hands and get hit points back.
Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna turn to the eyes. We need to talk to some officer. Just to talk to someone, like I guess one of the I don't know what kind of officers.
The beat cops, whatever. Yeah.
The beat cops or whatever. Just like try to get me statements. I mean, we're getting statements from everybody, but I just need to get a sense of what started each of these fights.
All right, detective. We'll do our best.
Yeah, I know it's going to take a while. That's fine. Just try to get me copies of it for my desk.
Sounds good.
Right. So Langley, we'll take a look at that and see if a pattern emerges. You might be onto something.
Well, I can't really say I have any satisfying things from at least my medical procedures, so hopefully this will lead better results.
That's worth anything before somebody kills somebody.
If somebody kills somebody, we are We're gonna have some problems, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
How about we make sure that Hawthorne doesn't get killed first?
I don't know if that's within our power, but we will try. So yeah, we'll take the cop car and start heading for where they're going.
All right, so Dr. Hawthorne, Agnes, there we go. Make sure I'm saying it right now.
Angus.
Not Angus.
Yes.
Agnes.
No.
You guys you're traveling though. It's definitely, the drive there is a little precarious as people are definitely like taking their grievances to the street. You definitely, unless you stop, you see some people. I mean, Dr. Hawthorne, you know what it's like to get punched. And there's some beatings going on out there.
Nope.
Good lord, the city's gone mad.
We know.
All right, it takes a hot second because, your car only can go so fast. But you make it to the outside of town. It's definitely early to starting to get to mid-afternoon. And you come upon Edwin Drake's cottage.
All right. I pull into... I don't know if it would have a driveway, but side of the road.
Yeah, the path.
And with Agnes, we walk up to the front door, and I give it a sharp knock.
Gotcha. You will knock? And there you hear nothing.
I tried the door.
It is locked.
Well,
Is there a window?
Yes, there is a window.
Can I try the window?
Give me a luck check. Let's see if the window's locked.
The window's locked if you have a brick.
It's okay, I
What
have
is
a
left
key.
under?
It's at the top.
There it is.
Dang. All right, so yeah, nope. There you go. It's already, as well as you did, a hard success. Yeah, it's open, has a pie in there, everything. Yeah, it's good to go.
Perfect.
Going right there, perfect for you to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just be like, for me.
Yeah, it's open.
I'm gonna open the window and peek inside first.
You don't see any signs of activity inside.
I will call out, Mr. Drake. Hello?
Nothing.
I'm going to proceed to climb inside.
Give me a climb check.
Books and all. Watch, this is where I fail and I fall in face first.
yeah.
Snap your neck, dead. You wanna, do you wanna pass that by spending luck?
Sure.
Alright, that's just... There you go. Alright, so you are not going to damage the window or anything else, and you don't get hurt. So there you go. You are inside this small little house. Now, outside, it appears to be relatively quaint and all that. Inside, though, the interior definitely feels like it's a weird sensation because it's the house is well put together, but it feels like it's dilapidated as you get inside.
And I'm going to put my hand out and wave. Dr. Hawthorne, this way, this way.
You can just unlock the door for him.
That's
Really?
true.
I'm
personally think that this is more
56 and you
entertaining.
want me to be crawling
Come on.
through windows?
I'm not thinking. I have books. All right, I'll unlock the door.
All right, there you go.
All right. Step in and Yeah, start exploring this guy's abode without his consent.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, give me a. I'm sure search is a skill in this game.
I think it's just spot hidden or investigate.
Is there investigate a skill?
Sometimes.
Nope, not unless it's spot hidden. Go ahead, give me a spot hidden check. Whoever is the highest, then the other take a.
I've got a 45.
65.
Okay.
All right, so
Can I be assisted though?
that's what's going to happen. You're going to roll and then you get a bonus dice.
Perfect.
All right, well, there you go. Let's see if you, just because you get it for free, let's see if you get, in case you somehow do better. You don't, but that's fine. So you still succeed. All right, the investigation is going to take a quick moment here. And you will find the house itself, like I said, it has an uneasy feeling, but as you get further into it, you will find scraps of uneaten food. Definitely, while Edwin Drake seems to have this very polished exterior, the way he lives tells you he lives quite differently. You will find, you eventually get to his office, which isn't quite full murder boardy yet, but is definitely full of
Step one.
yeah, step one. There you go. Of different notes of, melodies and sheet music. And you do find his diary. And that being said, we're going to take a quick pause while I send you guys the text. And for you, the audience, I will include that. Either you will see it on the video or you can perhaps go check it out on our Patreon if you want to see all the cool documents that we have for the show. But I'm going to let everyone take a look while we take this quick break. Okay, players have had a chance to read the documents because it's called a Cthulhu game. You have to read something. This is not a game where you get away with that. We'll include some of it here, but in case I don't include it all, check it out on our Patreon. You will get to see all of it. It'll even be dressed up a little bit further too. And maybe if you decide to, because your players probably won't know, you could just steal this whole story and boom, you get half the stuff for you there. Good job. All right, guys. So you find the journal of Edwin Drake, and it takes you some, not too long, but it takes you a few minutes to read it as you pass it back and forth. You will also see on the margins doodled that same symbol you saw that is claimed to have been found on the tongue of Maggie. What do we do? Eliza?
Hawthorne just stares at the journal and the symbol that's written there, and this was no accident. He is that mad.
Do you think he could have done this though to her? I mean, to carve something in someone's tongue.
If he can, yes, I think he
reminds me two things. First of all, sanity check for the two of you.
Hey. Sanity's the only thing I have been passing.
No, until now.
Oh!
All right, let's see here. We're gonna roll. We're gonna have some fun with you here in a second. Now.
Oh no.
There we go. Lost 4 points. All right, that's what you're doing. You're just losing all the. All right, -4. Now I need you to make a mythos check because you're the only one in the group that has the mythos skill.
Where is that?
Let's take a look. It's one of your skills. It will be.
This is the fun thing.
There it is. Cthulhu
Cthulhu
Mythos.
Mythos.
You got it?
Yeah, I see it.
Failure. There is a way to push in this game, but I think you have to come up with different circumstances. So okay, we'll hold off for now. Let you give it another check later.
All right.
All right, so continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So
It's no accident. He means to bring about madness and bring forth this king of his through the whispers of Carcosa.
It's just insane to think that this is real.
And yet,
Like this is the working of a madman, and to believe it is to go mad. And I just, but what choice do we have? Seems the whole town has already gone mad. So
we have to find him, stop him, and hope that there's some way that we can, if not undo the harm, at least stop it from getting worse.
we should go see her if we cannot find him. Maybe just like you, maybe while she is unconscious, these mad ravings when she's awake, maybe she's seeing something like you did.
Perhaps. Yes, we can go visit Maggie.
Detective and
I feel
you will
he's a
arrive
danger.
at this point in time. You arrive at the house. You see Dr. Hawthorne's car.
All right. Well, I'm gonna jump out of the car.
Forget that part. Let's get out of the car first.
Yeah. And
All right.
Come through the window.
I'm gonna kind of, I won't put my hand on my gun, but I'll kind of approach the cabin. Check
Gotcha.
the door.
Not going to make you make a check, Agnes, because you have the amazing listen score. You hear the sound of a car approaching and a door shut.
Dr. Hawthorne, quick. Someone is here. It could be him. I fear he's dangerous. We must hide. Quickly.
I look about for a weapon, a bludgeon.
Gotcha. Yeah,
knife.
there's definitely something there. Yeah.
All right. Holding the weapon, I stand back from the door and just wield it menacingly, waiting for Drake to come in.
Is there like fireplace tools?
You get the poker. Gotcha. Or the little do that. That's
Yeah, the
not
poker. Yeah.
not helpful there. All right, so
Yeah, not this. I'm just gonna fan them when they come in.
yeah.
Get some bellows.
I would probably gently try the door.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked, so before I open the door, I'm gonna check the windows and just kind of look in the windows. Do I see anybody in there?
I assume
Obviously,
the
it looks like
window's
somebody's
open.
opened a window.
The window's
Yeah.
The
open.
window is still open.
All right. I'll turn around. Like, all right, blindly stay behind me.
All right, now give me a check. Listen check there, Agnes.
Listen.
This is a very important listen check for everybody.
Oh, you fumbled! Ah, yes, I love it.
No.
You go down.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go. All right, you totally think you hear Drake.
It's him. Dr. Hawthorne, it's him. Ready yourself.
I get the butcher knife ready, and
You said you have a bludgeon, so I think you have like
a bludgeon that works.
yeah. There you go. All right, are you
I have
going?
the poker ready, like murder
going
style.
inside, detective?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door. What was the name of the guy whose cabin this is?
Edwin Drake.
So I'm just gonna say, Edwin Drake, this is Detective Mallory. Are you here?
All right, before that happens, who has the highest dexterity?
Oh boy.
Just the people who are about to fight each other.
50.
60. Please tell me the detective has higher.
I do.
Gotcha.
I'd
Thank
I'd
goodness.
70.
Thank
All right.
goodness.
So you get to go first. So when you open that up, you will see, when you kind of come in, these two ready to pounce, but you will get to react first, Detective.
Do I know it's them?
Yeah. Like, I feel like they didn't make any stealth checks.
And insulation isn't very good, and the window's open, so you probably heard it.
Asbestos isn't a thing yet, is it? I don't know.
Here's the trouble. Oh, it's definitely a thing. Yeah, believe me. Okay, so first of all, like in character, I just spent a day talking to people that don't normally attack me.
Oh no!
Shot.
No, I'm not going to shoot you, but
You
I
might
see
get
that.
knocked out again, Professor.
So my reaction will just be to just yell something like "son," and kind of dive back through the door.
All right.
And basically defend myself.
Gotcha. Go ahead, give me a dodge check, but you will have a advantage dice. Oh, well, you fail, but go ahead and roll. Let's roll. Here, I'll roll your bonus real quick. 1, enter. There you go. Wow, yeah, you will succeed. Yeah. All right. So you jump back as Dr. Hawthorne tries to hit you with the bat or the blunt object has, and he whiffs. And then Agnes holds up the fire poker, ready to defend herself, and you may continue.
What's it? Now you guys are
Thank God, David.
put that down. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Detective. We thought you were Drake.
All right, you all aren't having thoughts of killing us, are you?
No, you're not Drake.
Okay, it's just because we had a talk with a woman that was going to murder somebody over some daffodils just about an hour ago. So
Daffodils?
It was a really confusing conversation.
Well, it's about to get more confusing. Come look at this. This is his journal.
And I already shared the document with you guys, so you then get to read it. You two get to make a sanity check now.
Why did you tell me?
Because we gotta get mad together.
yeah,
All right.
Failed by 1 point.
All right. Do you want to
Well,
spend luck?
I'm gonna spend luck. So does that mean my luck is now 1 less than what it was?
Yep. And then...
Okay.
1 luck or 4 sanity, your choice.
Yeah.
I'll take 1 luck. Thank you very much.
Let's see here, detective.
I'm just like, oh, the king in yellow, that guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
this all makes sense now. Thank you.
You're slowly
I'm going
losing
to,
all of the sanity.
I'm going to go get some ice cream. Who wants ice cream?
You're like, I gotta go.
Ice cream does sound good.
Anyone want ice cream?
Well,
Yeah, so I
Dr.
was-
Hawthorne, Miss Bellamy, this looks like the ravings of a lunatic. I'm not entirely sure what we're supposed to be doing with this.
Well,
Could be him.
the fact is, he played his music and it drove Arkham mad. We've seen this with our own eyes. We cannot deny it.
I want to agree with you. All of the evidence is there, and I certainly believe that there are some more supernatural elements at work here. That's not my concern, though. My concern is, how do we fix this? Is there a way to make these people less insane?
Well, if he's causing it, if he is the common denominator, perhaps being rid of him would fix it? I'm not saying we murder him. I'm just saying maybe he should be taken out of town.
Agnes, you hear footsteps coming up the porch.
Shh. Someone's coming. I grab the poker.
You see Thomas Green there, and he kind of looks, he's like, what are you all doing here? Thomas Green's a member of the choir. He was the one that helped you hold down Maggie.
Maggie, yes. Well, you see, my good lad, these people are all here for a house call. We wanted to check on the...
Give me a persuade check.
Oh, no. No. My persuasion is a 10. Oh, this is not going to end well. Where is my persuade?
All right, well, you fail.
He doesn't believe a word I say, does he?
Yeah, let's see.
Well,
here.
you got Agnes there holding a fire poker. Yeah, we just came in to check on.
It's a house
came in to
call,
check on
something
it.
like that. Yeah.
It's a house call.
All right, let's see here. Let's open up the character sheet here for this guy. See here. Okay. He will, see here. Let's go. All right, so his eyes look around, and then we go into initiative. My score is a 50. Who has higher than a 50?
That's dexterity.
Yep. That's how we did.
60.
All right, and I think...
And the detective's got better than me.
I have a 50. Yeah, detective is better.
All right, detective.
I have a 50 as well.
It seems like Thomas Green draws a knife, and what do you do? It's got a nice Bowie knife, or whatever big knives they have in the 20s.
A hunting knife?
Yeah, something scary.
Yeah, if it's... Mine's better. I'm going to draw my gun.
All right. What are you going to do? You have your gun.
Detective, please don't shoot a kid.
Oh, is he a child?
I mean, he's like a young man.
Oh, I was
draw
under
the
the
gun,
impression
okay.
that it was like 14.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't say I was going to shoot him.
You don't want a
He-
14-year-old boy in your choir, the voice cracking.
That's fair. I don't know anything about choir.
It's the 1920s. He's an adult. He's 14.
Exactly. Yeah. He's gonna be dead by 30.
already.
No, I'm just kidding.
He's been working in the coal mine for like 10 years. So
Full smoker voice.
like, so I will basically what I will do is he threatened us with this knife and clearly has intent. So I will point the gun at him and say, "Drop the knife."
All right, give me an intimidation check. It's gonna be difficult because he is insane. All right, you have a regular success, so I will let you know in the fact, like you issue your command, he does not seem to have stopped.
Okay. And is he menacing towards us?
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta cop him. I'm gonna try to shoot him in the leg.
All right, so go ahead. Are you aiming? That's a new thing here.
I will aim. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. It's been a hot second. Combat. Here we go. Here. Fight back. Dodge. Let's see here. Let's look up in the rule book here.
He'll be fine. We got a doctor.
He's good at fixing bullets. He'll just slap him a little bit.
I'll slap the bullet wound and suddenly it'll close.
Alright.
Just gotta make sure to finish the bullet out first.
That's too called.
I guess if I'm aiming, I'm more trying to just graze him. Let's try to graze him in the shoulder. Let's do that.
A little pain to shock the lad awake.
Handguns,
Because
multiple
I'm waiting
shots,
to like,
firing
I'm waiting to try to
melee.
like, I'm waiting to do the thing where like I'll try to shoot him in the leg and I shoot him like directly in like the femoral artery. And
Oh, my bad.
And he's accidentally dead. It's okay.
You know what? I'm just
shoot
going to
the
give you
boat
a
in its
penalty die
splinters.
if you're aiming for a non-lethal area.
yeah. Okay. whatever works. Is this my handgun skill?
That being said, I feel like your range at this point in time, so I think I'm going to cancel it out because I think your range would give you a bonus die, penalty die, so just roll it. Yes, make a pistol skill.
I guess that's handgun.
Yeah, handgun. Yeah, there you go. Yes.
Nice.
Oh no.
All right,
I don't think I can luck my way out of that.
You're not going to?
I don't think I can luck my way out of that.
Do you not have enough?
You do
luck?
have enough luck. You do have plenty of luck. It'll be a lot, but
Yeah, one shot. I don't want to murder a teenager.
all right.
Oh, no, I think we should let it ride. I think this could be entertaining.
Are we taking it or are we hitting him?
I probably won't kill him. Give me my luck back.
All right, there you go. All right.
That may even not just. I might not even hit
All
it.
right, so now it is your turn, Dr. Hawthorne.
All right, with my bludgeon, I will
Yeah, go ahead and make a
scream out
brawl
in
attack.
fear and brawl attack him, and probably get stabbed.
That being said, you do have. Oh, you know what? Hold on here. Let me roll here. That's not melee though, so go ahead. You get a bonus dice because there is he's outnumbered.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So here, I'll get you that bonus die. It's unlikely that you will succeed. You still fail. All right. Dr. Langley, what's your dexterity? 50, is that what you said? I can't hear you.
It's 50.
50. All right. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna roll off. Everyone's gonna Agnes and the doctor, or Dr. Langley, and our assailant. We're gonna roll our dexterities, see who does better. We're looking for lower is better. Dexterity, boom. Oh wow! Seems like I might be going. All right, I get to go. All right, well, I haven't been shot. I've been swung at, so I'm going to... Or no, you shot at me. So I think I'm going to go try to... The guy shooting me is the threat. So I am going to use my brawl attack.
We all know Hawthorne's not a threat.
Oof, and I fail. All right. So now, Agnes, it's your turn.
All right. I have my poker.
Gotcha. Give me a brawl check then.
Where is it not? Sorry, it's being really slow over here.
Right side of the sheet. It says
Thank
under
you.
fighting. Under skills.
It's under skills.
Yep.
I'm so
On the right
used to
side of
the
the sheet.
paper. There we go. Thank you,
Whatever.
brawl.
There you go. You succeed. I get to make a dodge check. See if I fail. So you hit me. So
Aha.
Which attack?
you should do, I believe it's D4 damage.
Nice.
I think so. Well, you might do less. Yeah, you might do. Yeah, you do 1d3. So I'll go ahead and roll that. Advance roll. Close. Close. 1d. Alright, I guess I'll just do the d6 here. Just divvy it up. Alright, there you go. You do 3 points of damage. Boom, you hit the handyman. What is the handyman's? That's our stats I'm using. Handyman. Let's see, where's my hit point? Does it? Where's my hit points? In this thing. There it is. All right, cool. You give him a thwacking. Oh, that's right. You had, it was more than just your hand. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
have
go ahead.
my poker.
Yeah, we're gonna go add a little bit here.
Yeah, it should be like whatever the hand damage is plus the damage of the weapon, I think.
Gotcha. Let's look up a knife. It's taking too long
That's how
here.
it works.
Where is it on my GM screen?
It might be.
Yeah, we'll look here. All right, it takes too long. I'm just gonna all right, we're just gonna add another little bit. He's an NPC. We'll just add another quick roll here. All right, cool. All right, so there you got some more bonus damage. Now it is your turn, Dr. Langley. Oh, we can't hear you, Dr. Langley.
Still
You're
can't hear
going
you.
in and out.
Does it work now?
It's
There
working.
you go.
Yeah, I'm going to do the responsible thing. I think I'm going to try to restrain him.
Gotcha. Brawl check.
Brawl check it is. I'm not brawling my way out of this.
Alrighty. Back
Okay.
to you, detective.
So now he's closer to us. I will actually try to just, I'm going to try to basically wrestle him down and get.
Gotcha. Brawl check. Okay. I get to make my dodge. I have to beat you. Andy man. I fail. So go ahead and roll your hand damage. You should get a damage bonus from your build if you get a high build. Let me see here.
See what the damage is.
This is the first time I've done combat through this here. So you have your revolver, but you don't have your hand. How do I get a hand in here?
I don't have hands.
What's your? Let's see
I have
here.
Detective,
guns.
no hands.
Should be.
The
There's a
guns
way
are
to
my
find
hands.
build bonus here. You get no bonus from your build, so it's 1d3.
Okay, so how do I roll that?
I got it. I'll pull it up.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's 2. Alrighty. He is still up and fighting. Wait, you were trying to grab him. So
I was trying to grab him, basically like grab his hand with the knife
yeah, I'm gonna check grapple here.
and bring him down. Because Langley's got the right idea here. And shooting people when they're right next to you is actually more difficult.
I'm glad that you guys trust the good doctor. He's generally sensible.
I'm still gonna beat him with my stick.
Well, I'll
Don't
hold
make
him
me
down
slap
for
you again.
Here it
Would
is.
you?
Combat
I'm still
skills.
down to
Each
hit
one
point.
of your investigation.
You're right. These hands only heal. They can't hurt.
You took the oath.
All right. Well, you got him
I
grappled.
took the oath.
All right. It is now your turn, Dr. Hawthorne.
Swingsy, swingsy. They're wrestling him, and I'm gonna help put him down.
All right. What we get? Yeah, failed.
Fail.
All right. It is now my turn. While I've been grappled, I'm gonna try to shankety shank shank shank. That's an official term.
Is it like being mildly on fire?
From Urban Dictionary.
Exactly. All right, give me a fight back check, which is a brawl check or dodge check.
Oh, yes. So it's a
Mallory.
fight back. I do damage back to him. I'm just trying to decide which one I want to do. Let's risk it. Well,
Risk it for the biscuit.
yeah. Yeah.
All
This is
right,
what
you
happens
do
when you risk
dodge
it
it.
Fight
for the
back.
biscuit.
All right, to you, Agnes.
No, that wasn't a dodge. That was a fight back.
Oh, okay,
It's
then
brawl.
that's right. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
then you do damage.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Whatever that is.
Does damage get a bonus for a hard success?
No, it's critical success where you get the bonus. All right. Okay. So, all right. He's taking a little bit of a beating, but he's still moving. All right, Agnes, your turn.
So I don't necessarily want to kill him, so I don't think just stabbing him with the poker is necessarily a good thing. Can I turn it so that it's the handle facing him and attempt to knock him the fuck out by, smacking the side of his head?
Give me a brawl check. Wow, there you go. All right, I'm going to attempt to fight back and or dodge, but I'm going to have a penalty dice because, I'm grappled and all that business. So, ooh, wow, I have an extreme success, but I have to roll my penalty dice, which is, there you go. I no longer extremely succeed, but I just succeed. So, you're coming at me, and I essentially do the little, kick and give you a thwacking. Oh, wait, and I got a D4 here, so you take 5 points of damage there. Ooh, that is not half.
Still up.
No, it is half. So, I think you're going to take a wound. Because he's a big guy.
Guys, good news. I think I figured out a way to medicine my way out of this one.
Make a constitution check, Agnes.
Did it say you have a sedative or something? Or?
I know, I was like, where's the sedative?
Oh, guess what? You stay up, Agnes. So he, kind of wrestled back, leans, does the Batman, kick at you. You get hit good in the face. You stumble back, but you stay conscious.
Bastard.
All right, your turn, Dr. Langley.
I want to chloroform.
Sedate him.
You want to chloroform? Well, it's going to take some time to prep that chloroform.
Just.
All right, Mallory, to you.
Take him off the ground, or take him off his feet, maybe.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, give me a fight.
I guess it's a wrestling.
A drop kick.
I'll rock bottom him. Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm rolling to resist. Well, I fight back and give you a good hit.
He's gonna damage me.
Yeah.
He hit for 4.
All right, you take 4 points of damage.
Getting our butts kicked by a teenager.
I mean, in defense, he's a pretty tough teenager.
He's the kind that football players are, they're scouted for things.
Yeah.
For things.
All right.
It is like 3 nerds.
Exactly. And a cop.
3 nerds and a detective.
Yeah. Dr. Hawthorne, you're up. What are you doing?
Oh, go ahead and keep swinging. I don't feel safe until he's not moving.
Oh, there we go.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to fight back. I have a penalty dice. I should have... Actually, there we go. I succeeded earlier. I need to make my penalty check here real fast. I would have failed against you. Let me give you your hit points back here in a second. Doctor. All right, I fail against both of you, so... but you failed, so I didn't hit you, Doctor, but you get your... all right, let's see here. All right, I'm gonna give you... okay, you do 5. Okay, he's not looking too good. Now, the as he is being overpowered, Thomas will begin to sing. And as he begins to sing, all of you will have to make sanity checks.
Oh no.
Do we have to knock his helmet off or something? Or is the juggernaut?
Alright, let's see here. Pass. Alright, detective. Let's see here, let's roll. There you go. That's fine. Yeah. All right. So as he's beginning to sing and you guys are all starting to feel it affect your mind, suddenly there is a loud boom as Thomas's head explodes.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
All right.
And
got
now
it.
you all are all covered in blood. Let's make that other sanity check. As you are now just watched.
Are we also covered in brains?
Yes, indeed. That is part of the reason you're making the sanity check is that was gross.
Okay. That
lost
doesn't bother
sanity.
me.
What happened?
Wait, hold on. I'm a doctor, and I feel like I deal with blood a lot. Do I get some kind of bonus for this?
No, because you're a doctor, but you don't really see people like shot in front of you. I, some odd reason, closed out roll 20. I don't know what happened here.
So I have only succeeded, with the exception of using a luck point, the roles that involve music. So I'm pretty sure at this point that the doctor is tone deaf.
Gosh, I don't know what y'all are worried about. This sounds.
Yeah.
He's the
This
only
just
one that
doesn't
can
affect
save
me.
us.
All right, everybody pass. I'm sorry, I accidentally closed it out.
I failed.
You're the only one who failed. Gotcha.
No, this all makes perfect sense. Like reading, music, those drive the detective insane. But watching someone's head explode, he's like, yeah.
What? Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I've done this before. That's fine.
All right. So there we go. Okay. And so his head explodes as his body falls lifeless. You guys look over, and in the doorway stands Malcolm Graves with a gun.
Which doorway?
What'd you say?
Yeah, which door?
I thought we were in the doorway.
Well, he's like, so he's on the porch. Like he was, but you'll look back, you'll see him, and he's got the gun up, and he's like, well, that solved that problem.